Boom! What up, though? Here are the top 5 reasons why student pilots quit, and I'm gonna tell you how to avoid all of them so you never have to quit anything, and you can be anything you want to be in aviation. Let's run that thing. It's the set leadership mindset forever. Let go! Boom! Quitting is a natural part of life, but whenever you decide to quit anything, you want to make sure that you're quitting for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. If you decide to do something and after committing to it, giving it 100% in everything that you had, you decide that this isn't for you and that it's something else that you want to do with your life as part of your life plan, that is a perfectly legit reason to go explore those other opportunities. However, if you're deciding to quit something simply because adversity set in or because it became too challenging for you, I strongly encourage you to just pause for a second before quitting, decide to reevaluate, reset, and then re-tackle the problem again. Never quit anything just because it got too hard. Things are going to be hard in life. Things are going to be challenging, and you becoming a pilot is no different. With that being said, there are the top 5 reasons why student pilots decide to quit. We're going to go over all of them and talk about how you can avoid all of them so you can reach the finish line of your dream of you becoming a pilot. Let's get into that thing. Boom! Of course, always giving it to you straight, no chaser. The top 5 reasons why student pilots quit. Number 1 on the list, no discussion. Not enough time or money. But you have to be strategic here. This is how you avoid number 1. You have to be strategic in the sense that you're going to block off the time in your life to explore you becoming a pilot as well as the money. Have these things squared away before you start. This is the key to this, and if you want other money saving tips, there's a video on this page. I strongly encourage you to watch that video, how to save money on your route to becoming a pilot. Nice video that really explains and explores everything and can save you a lot of bands. Link at the end of this video, where them links be at. But you definitely want to have that set aside. You don't want to start and think to yourself, I'm going to continue to hustle up the money day by day, week by week as I work towards this. It's best that you just sit back, maybe check out the videos and watch all the videos on this channel and maybe be getting your mindset right and your mind right, but you haven't initially started just yet. You're just saving the money. And then over time, after you saved enough money, then you can initiate and then you can start. So that way you know on day 1, the day that you started, you have enough money squared away to get you through the end of the process, as well as enough time. We all have lives, we all have different obligations, family, all kinds of things going on. You may have certain times in your life, certain seasons of the year where your life may be more stressful than others. Obviously, you don't want to explore doing something like becoming a pilot at a time where you're incredibly stressed out. You want to pick a time that's a little bit more relaxed for you. So these are all the things that you got to be strategic about, because if you just jump 10 toes down and your time isn't right and your money isn't right, you adding additional stress into an already very challenging task. And that's something that you want to do, and you can get easily blindsided by that, and it can cause you to quit. So this is why you want to be strategic about that. You strategically picked out an area in your life. Okay, look, for this period of time right here, this is a low stress time for me. So this is when I'm going to explore of you becoming a pilot. Boom, check. You've been squaring away your money, been saving for the last weeks, months, years, whatever it may be. You got that tucked away. You ready to go. So you know on day 1, I got enough money to make it through this, and you overestimated on that, not underestimated or took the average. If you were able to get out with less money, that's great. You were efficient, but you overestimated how much money you need. You overestimated how much time you need, and that's going to help you prevent from quitting because of the lack of those 2. Boom! Next up on the list, not having a plan or goals. This is very important as well. Don't put everything all on your instructor. Remember, this is your pilot journey. This is your responsibility, meaning you have to have the plan, you have to have the goals. Your instructor is there to guide you. So it's all about taking personal responsibility and being self-sufficient and being the leader that I know you are. You watching this channel, baby. Leadership mindset, it's the set forever. Hey, no plan, no goals can easily be a reason for you to quit. So every lesson that you take, you want to have a plan of what you're trying to get out of that lesson. You want to have a goal of where you're trying to be in a month, in 2 months, 3 months, whatever it may be down the line. And you want to be working with your instructor collaboratively, putting together that plan to strategically get you to certain checkpoints along the way. Do not just wing it. This isn't the time to be winging it. And again, the more you wing it, the more it's going to cost you on the time and money front. So you definitely do not want to be winging it. You want to be strategic, you want to be efficient as possible, and you want to be on top of your game. And a man with a plan is somebody that's ready to succeed. Either you plan to fail or you fail to plan. Go in with a plan at all times and you'll be in a good place. Plan and goals is something that's going to make you a leader, and it's also something that's going to make you a pilot. Hey, numero tres on the list. It just stopped being fun. Let's face it, what's the one reason why everyone wants to become a pilot, regardless of what you want to do? Because it's fun. Flying airplanes and dipping and swinging and banging that thing and slipping and dipping, baby, and wing ground effect, it's all fun. That's why you want to do it in the first place. But if you get to the point where you feel the fun is getting sucked out of it, that'll be one of the top 3 reasons why you'll be up out of there and quit. So you got to have your mindset right to find ways to keep the fun involved in whatever you're doing. It's a learning experience. It's very challenging. We get all that, but you got to keep it fun, because the fun is what's going to keep you around. So find ways to keep it fun. Maybe you discovered this channel, and when you discovered this channel, you found fun, free ways where you can learn a lot of the knowledge stuff that you got to know for the ground and for the check ride and for the oral and for all that stuff. That's great. Find other ways to make it fun for you. When you do your solo flights, when you do your flights with your instructor, find ways to keep the fun and the excitement in it. People don't run away from fun. They run to fun. That's why you want to find a way to make it fun. If you make it fun, you're going to run to it. You're going to be excited about every lesson that you do. If you suck the fun out of it, you're going to avoid everything, and that's going to cause you to quit. Keep the fun in it at all times. Numero cuatro of the top 5 reasons why student pilots quit: the wrong instructor. And notice I didn't say a bad instructor. I just said the wrong instructor. And there's a reason for that. Because the instructor may be the wrong instructor for you, but may be the right instructor for someone else. It's not really about whether or not an instructor is good or bad. It's about, is it the right fit for you? That's the most important thing. That's why you need to watch the videos on this page. The very first video in this playlist is 100 videos in this playlist from start to finish about everything that you need to know for you to become a pilot. In the very first video, we talk about how you can find the perfect and a nice CFI for you. Not the perfect CFI universal, the perfect one for you. The right one for you, because that's what it's all about. Personality and all those things must be compatible. It's kind of like in school when you were getting ready to select a professor or a teacher for one of your classes, and you had these options. You just didn't select anybody. You thought about, what is your learning style? How do you learn? That's very important to understand, have a sense of self-awareness, what type of person you are, because that's going to dictate the kind of instructor that you can work with the best. You got to have that self-awareness first. Then you start thinking about some of the personality traits that you need or want in an instructor. But whoever you decide to pick, remember, it's all about accountability, baby. It's never the instructor's fault. This is your journey, your goal. You have to decide how and where you want to go. And you go into it with the mindset you may have to switch instructors for various reasons. Not just because they're a bad instructor. It may be the wrong fit. It may be other family time obligations. All sorts of things can happen to them, to you. So you got to be mentally prepared for that. So always make and think about it. I want the right instructor for me, not necessarily the right instructor universally for everyone, because there is no right instructor or perfect instructor for everyone. Oh, and numero 5 on the list of the top 5 reasons why student pilots quit. Again, this is something that's covered in that very first video in this playlist about the 7 easy ways for you to become a pilot. And it's the medical problems. You want to make sure you have your health in order, and you also want to make sure you check that early on in the game. This should be one of the top things that you do on the list. You don't want to get down the line of learning all the material, doing all the knowledge portion, doing all these other things. Only when it's time for you to get a medical clearance, you weren't able to get it because of some health problem. You want to discover that early and as soon as possible. And a lot of medical problems can be corrected. So maybe you can't immediately go on and pursue and getting your pilot's license. However, maybe you can get your health in order and over time, and then you can get that pilot's license. But you don't want to delay this. And the reason why people quit is because they get so excited and they start thinking about flying that they put the medical off on the side. And they start flying and they get the instructor and they start learning and they're doing the knowledge test and doing all these things. And then it's like, oh yeah, I got to get the medical. And then they go to get the medical and there's a problem. You don't want to be like, you want to know about that early on in the game. That way it's going to save you a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of stress, a lot of everything. Understand your medical situation and get your health in order early on. And to be one of the reasons that you can avoid to keep you from quitting. Boom! And these are the top 5 reasons why people quit and how you can avoid every last one of them. I want what's best for you. You want what's best for you. Watch all the videos on this channel and go get what's rightfully yours and become a pilot and fulfill your dream. I am Donovan Batiste. Hey, this is Leadership Mindset, a place where you can come for free and fun videos about everything that you need to know for you to become a pilot. Because I want you to feel what pilots all over the world feel when we swinging and banging that thing. Let it do what it do, baby. Love you one time. Subscribe to this channel.